Yes, honey. We are here with another day of Reactmas. It is your girl Marisa Star One. Okay. And that was the Christmas Carol for this Reactmas 2022. Okay, that is the slob on my knob. Christmas edition. Okay. Hey y'all. How's everyone? Y'all know what we're here to talk about today. And I'm gonna throw a little extra in there because it's been so many things, and y'all know the type of brain that I have. My over analyzer, super observant. Is that a word? Observant, super observant brain. I see something, and then I unravel it, and then I see something else, and then I unravel that. It's just, child. It's giving rabbit hole. My brain is very much a rabbit hole. But yeah, let's get into the petty stuff first. We're going to get into a little petty stuff first. And it's going to ruffle some feathers, but honey, I love when the birds get ruffled. Doesn't bother me, not a lick, honey, because it doesn't apply, so I let it fly. So take my advice, follow the lead. Follow the lead. I'm sitting here sipping on my hot coffee. It's giving pumpkin spice, okay? And this is homemade Keurig coffee. We're not doing Starbucks because we have better things to spend our money on, like our children, our family, keeping a roof over our head, groceries. It's just so much we could be doing with our money, honey. We are in the beginning stages of a recession, so I would advise all y'all fake luxury bitches to beware and get up on your shit. Okay, all right, but you ain't gotta take my advice, honey. What do I know? I cracks myself up. But all right, y'all. Let's get into the petty stuff first. Today we're gonna be talking about StrongMommyChrissy and all of the co-stars of the StrongMommyChrissy show. But first, I want to talk about why our good girlfriend, Strong Mommy Christina, the serial breeder, the serial baby mama, is so jealous of her ex-bestie, her ex-sister. You've been on my mind. Yeah, remember that? Maki Dada. Y'all remember that? Yeah, they was all, it was all Nettie and Celie. And now all of a sudden, she's public enemy number one. But I'm going to tell y'all why. First, we're going to start with the imagery. Let's start with the imagery. Now, take a good look. Take a good look. Y'all know, about a week ago, Jasmine popped up on the scene with her blowout wig, child. And we know Jasmine can't do no hair. That's just period. She's a basketball player. She's a tomboy. Jasmine cannot do no hair. And Jasmine don't really have the type of hair that requires a whole lot. She's giving grease and water and a hairbrush. That's what she's giving. So, her natural hair. But, of course, Jasmine makes her money by doing wig reviews and things. And the Asian companies, they don't give a damn if you can actually do hair, lay wigs or not. They still going to send them out because they want the views. They want the attention. It's a business plan. It's a business model. So, Jasmine popped up on the scene with her blowout wig about a week ago. And she's been rocking it or whatever. But then, here come Chrissy, the super My Jazzy Life fan. Talking about the girl's wig and hopping in the comment section of chats talking about My Jazzy Life once again. And y'all correct me if I'm wrong because this has never happened to me. And I have exited a couple of close friendships. I have never been real life friends with somebody and then we stop being friends and continue to follow them, continue to watch them on social media. That's giving bitter ex-girlfriend. That's weird to me. Somebody you know in real life, y'all fall out. So, we're not friends, but I'm going to watch her on YouTube. Like, what? Not only am I going to watch her on YouTube, because curiosity, that's natural. You want to see what the bitch over there doing. Okay, cool. Let's say you want to pop in and out, but then to make your presence known on purpose to be messy, girl, you look pressed. You're not blessed because you keep up the mess. Why are you still watching and commenting on somebody that you don't fool with no more in real life? Because my thing is, once she offered you the fade in the HEB parking lot and you declined, to me that, I mean, girl, what else is there to say, ma'am? There's nothing left to say. She offered to pass out an ass whooping. You rejected her offer for said ass whooping. So what else is there to say? Because it's given that you want to drum up some drama, because you know, child, Jasmine be so bothered. Poor Jasmine. Jasmine loves Strong Mommy Chrissy so much. She really loved that girl, and it hurts her. You could tell it hurts her, cause anybody else could say anything else, and Jasmine kind of back down. She like not worried about it. But Chrissy talking on her, you could tell that shit really hurts her. And Chrissy know that. Chrissy know that girl still got love for her, because Jasmine refuses. Every time they get into it, she refuses to completely and totally empty the clip on Chrissy ass. And knowing what we know, having never even met Strong Mommy Chrissy in real life, honey, we know there is some clips, child, banana clip, extendo clip, child, it's giving Mac 10, honey. It's giving AR-15. It's all types of clips. It's giving army guns that could be emptied on Strong Mommy Chrissy, just based off the surface level stuff that we know about her. We already know if you her friend and y'all was friends for real, and you know her business, it's some clips to be empty, but Jasmine still refuses. Jasmine still want to be the people pleaser. Jasmine want to keep hope alive that maybe, just maybe, they can restore their sisterhood. Girl, you crazy as hell. Because when she got up here talking about my baby, yeah, okay, bitch. I wouldn't offer her no fade. I would have came and delivered the shit to her front door. But that's just me. See, y'all social media figures, y'all don't have no intentions on ever having a career or doing anything. So y'all can't easily go to jail, because I do believe that Chrissy would call the cops on somebody. She talked that big shit. But if she truly got her ass whipped by somebody other than the one that was delivering penis to her, I truly believe she gonna pull an Olivia K. She will be calling the cops, honey. She will be calling the cops. But sometimes, I mean, hey, y'all don't have no intentions on having no careers or doing anything besides social media. And social media ain't got no background check. Anybody can start an account and start posting. Obviously, as evidenced by the stuff that we talk about on a daily basis, we got sex offenders, we got ex-pimps, we got hoes, we got, child, the prostitutes is out, the pedophile lovers is out. It's just a clusterfuck of people that ain't no background check, honey. Anybody can come as you are. This is like the church, honey. They come as you are. So the people are here. So I would have just hand delivered the ass whoopers to her front door, because bitch, who was you talking to? And who was you talking to? Who child you talking about? Because if somebody even references your child, bitch, you over there foaming at the mouth, sweating, eyelash coming off, baby hairs unsticking from the forehead, like, it just be a mess. But I love the way, see, I just can't be this pressed. That's what the same thing I be telling Olivia is the same thing that apply to Strong Mommy Chrissy. I just can't be this pressed. I can't let myself be seen being this pressed. I'll cry in my bed. I'll cry on the phone to my mama or something. But being online, being this pressed over people who are no longer bothered with me, I cannot be publicly seen being this pressed. You online watching this girl talking about her wig, and then you pop up with the same wig. You ain't posting no wig review, so why all of a sudden? And then you thought it was given. That's the crazy part. Chrissy cousins, Chrissy super fans, y'all done pumped this girl head up so far that she actually think that she can lay wigs and that she's a master stylist, but her shit be looking a mess. So I gave y'all the side by side because Chrissy was under the impression that her shit was given, I guess, Beyonce. It was given Tay-lated, or it was given Nicki Minaj. But girl, y'all are giving the same thing. And to be honest, the whole original point of a wig was to have it be believable. So if I was going to believe either one of these, I'm going to believe Jasmine. Because she didn't sit there and take the time to pull down them long-ass, dark-ass, thick-ass clumps of baby hair and glue them to her forehead. Chrissy, it's not giving what you think it's giving. See, with friends like Chrissy Cousins and the Chrissy super fans, the Chrissy ass crack lickers, you don't need enemies. Cause they didn't pump this girl head up. Now she thinks she all the way up there and everybody else is down in the gutter. Whole time she in the gutter and we all looking down at her like, girl, why is you this confused? Not only does Jasmine wig have the natural look, but her lace actually is the same as her skin tone, which is the whole point of a lace to begin with, girl. It's like lately Chrissy been giving Olivia, it's been giving Olivia K. The delusions, she woke up one day a couple years ago thinking she was biracial, and she was rocking the contacts and the too light makeup, and now the filters and stuff got her thinking, girl, we know what you look like. We know what is naturally given. And we know that your ass can't do no hair either. So I'm trying to figure out why did you try to make this a competition? Let that girl do, if she's that much beneath you, let Jasmine do what Jasmine is doing. Don't be seen in public looking this pressed over somebody that you say is so much beneath you, girl. Whole time y'all getting the same views, but you got over 3 times the amount of subscribers that she has. Like, the math, girl, the math. It's the math for me. Y'all know I'm all about facts. It's the math for me. It's not computing, ma'am. It's not computing. Now, let's slide on. We off the wig, honey. I don't know why the wig became a thing or why an ex-friend cares what the next friend has on. And as it pertains to a wig, it's weird to me. But I know anything for, a little bit of attention and gives people something to talk about. Okay, Chrissy girl, we see you. Every time you got some shit going on in your life, this is what you do. You come up here and you try to, put some feelers out there. You put some feelers out there to see if you can drum up something to deflect from something that you got going on. So I don't know if she got CPS over there, or maybe it's truancy court again because the kid's not going to school, or it's something going on in the midst. But we knew that when she came up here and humbled herself enough to say that she had a regular people job, girl. What? But let's get into jealousy, y'all. Let's get into the jealousy aspect. Because, a few months ago, Olivia and Jasmine came up here with the mess. And every now and then, we like when the girls get messy. Like, I like when the girls get messy. But it's frustrating because Jasmine, like I said, refuses to empty the clip on the girl. So if you're not going to empty the clip, girl, I'm going to need you to dip, girl. Because just get it over with. Just get it over with. It's like you're waterboarding her. She still won't relent. Go ahead, stab the hoe in the head, call it a day. Okay? But you just waterboarding, you pinching her, you splashing stuff in her eyes, you cutting off her fingertip. Just go ahead, get it over with. We want to see a dead body. Period. Okay, cool. So a few months ago, the shenanigans happened, and Jasmine, she ain't emptied the clip, but she bust a shot here, bust a shot over there. She just bust a couple random shells. So it was cool. It was giving a little bit of tea. Okay.
Her living situation and the fact that she can never travel with all her kids at the same fucking time without renting a school bus. That's all she needs to worry about.
She mad about me selling burrito. My thing is, how you gonna be mad about somebody hustling?
Steffi, get on here, add her. Steffi, get your ass on here, girl. Why you acting scary, bitch?
Olivia's such an instigator.
You bought stuff for your kids, and you just sitting here and you making
I am worried about kids, right? You worry about your kids. How about another form?
And y'all keep that in mind when Chrissy came up here during the mess and was saying how Stephanie purchased things. Stephanie is the Mexican witch. That is the sloth's significant other that he resides with, has a child with, has established a life with. Yeah, and doesn't look like he's being forced to. Okay, yeah, that one. Chrissy came up here and acknowledged that Stephanie had provided for her children at one point in time. Okay, keep that in mind.
Income. You feel me? A real form of income, a steady form of income. I'm actually trying to better myself during this time. What the fuck is that bitch doing? Sitting there trying to chase her fucking her.
So at this point, this is about the time that Steffi pops up on the scene, honey. Yes, y'all like the live, please. Because this is taking a lot out of me. I'm going to sleep good tonight because these bitches is messy. Messy.
Her husband. Dude, get the fuck out of here.
So Stephanie, I accepted it. There you go.
Hello.
Okay, there you go. Is it loaded? Oh, her head loaded.
Steffi.
I'm cooking.
It's okay. You good, girl.
Girl, you good? Girl, we ate chicken fried.
With that roof
In your house, taking care of your kids.
Yes, with that roof over your head. Go, girl.
Yes. Shout out to the real mamas.
Are you making
That
burritos?
fits on my kids.
Burritos?
Not this week. Not this week.
How do you feel? Like, how does this make you feel that she's going after your motherfucking man now that she's broken up with her bum?
Honestly, I don't give a fuck. I already told her to come get him.
Obviously, I want to see you try to get. That's why I should say I want to see you try to get. That's what you should have said. Try.
I would never fight for no man. My anger is towards her and bringing my daughter and bringing up my daughter. That's where my anger is at.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all keep that in mind. Her anger towards Chrissy is regarding Chrissy bringing up her child. Okay, because Chrissy called herself being mad that the man had moved on. Whole time, girl, he was never there. Everybody else saw that he was never there, but apparently, she didn't realize that mentally, emotionally, physically, he was never there, sis. He was not there, girl. The man, the sloth in human form, was not interested in what you were serving up. But you try to buy a nigga. Well, you can come stay here. You ain't got to pay no bills. You ain't got to do nothing. All you got to do is watch these kids every now and then. Okay. So, yeah. Y'all keep that in mind. But we gonna go, I'm gonna fast forward to a different part. Because, yeah.
Look, shit happens. You feel me? Shit happens. Okay, that bitch would have been fucking pregnant too if she could have been. Okay, remember the TTC? Okay, bitch.
So let's get into the jealousy. Okay, Jasmine took this time to reveal that her so-called best friend at the time was seemingly jealous of her because she got pregnant. Okay, now granted, we know that Jasmine got pregnant by Chris, and to a lot of us, Chris is not a a desirable mate or a child's father to a lot of us. But we have to realize who we're dealing with here. We're talking about somebody who had the audacity, the nerve, the unmitigated gall to have 9 by 7 in a possible, honey. We talking about somebody who decided she was going to wife up DeMarcus, child. She wasn't the wife. She wifed him up. She was going to wife up DeMarcus, try to shine him up, make him to be something that he was not, make him to fit into somewhere that he did not fit into, honey. We talking about the one that plucked a whole strangler. At this point, he's not a strangler anymore. He's the strangler. She plucked a whole strangler up off the streets. Moved him from one state to another to be with her. This is the person we talking about. So when y'all analyze situations, y'all have to put yourself in a space to the people we talking about. We're not talking about you and us regular folk who child would never, at this old age, would never. Those are mistakes you make back in 18, 19, 20, 21. I'll give you up to 25. But at this stage of development, we are mother's child. We are over 30. The shenanigans, there is no time or room, space, opportunity for the shenanigans. But we have to think about things from the place of these people. So for StrongMommyChrissy, child, Chris is the bee's knees. He actually will go to work. Now, whether y'all want to debate if he got 1 job, 2 jobs, we know that Chris goes to somebody's work. Somebody's work somewhere, whether it be the Y or wherever. If he's job hopping, I think he was at a hotel or something at one point because he had on the suit and tie. Wherever. He will go somewhere and do something. Now we see that Chris will cook. Chris will, nowadays, he'll show up for a Vlogmas, a photo shoot, a photo op. Chris will actually have some type of dealings with the child. Now, we talking about from a lens of a strong mommy, Chrissy, who got 9 by 7 in the possible, and none of them stuck around. So, for her, Chris, that's like, child, that's a Lorenz Tate for somebody like Chrissy. Like, oh, yes. Yes. Yes, honey. For somebody like that, yeah, Chris, oh, he up there. He is up there. Okay? So, her being jealous of her so-called bestie, her sister at the time being pregnant, yeah, believable. Because did she not pop up on the scene saying that her and Rod were trying to conceive and she was having a hard time? Somebody with 9 by 7 and a possible was trying to conceive with a whole strangler, but she was having a hard time. And then her ex-best friend pops up on the scene with a Chris and got pregnant almost within, what? Within the first 6 months, 7 months. It wasn't a year, I know that. It won't 12 months. She's over there trying to conceive with somebody that she barely knew. But then her ex-bestie pops up on the scene pregnant. She was mad. And I think that's why her and Ming not close. Ming has the life that Chrissy could only dream of, child. Then had a whole tummy tuck, child. The kid was in there all crammed up. It still came out healthy and light skinned. And y'all know Chrissy got a thing for light skin. That's why she's so still stuck on DeMarcus, who is a light skinned sloth in human form. But for some reason, she just can't shake that shit. She done been with a whole, another couple, 3 men, then pissed on how many pregnancy sticks since that man been gone. But she just cannot shake. When she ends up alone, she cannot shake her Jones forming in her bones for DeMarcus, the light-skinned human sloth. And DeMarcus and Stephanie, this is no shade, honey. Stephanie, you know you my girl. DeMarcus, this ain't no shade to you, because personality-wise, you cool. But, honey, you I don't know if you need a B12 shot or you just gonna have to. Come on, DeMarcus. Come on, DeMarcus. I'm gonna need you to speed it up a little bit, honey. Speed it up a little bit, baby. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, let's get into those facts.
Don't play with me.
Okay. Look.
Daddy? You guys want to know? No.
So we get into some of the paternity talk. Now, if you listen to the way that Jasmine and Olivia are talking, you can tell that Jasmine and Olivia had already discussed this probably 3, 4, 5, 6 times over since Jasmine and Chrissy ain't been friends. They didn't already talk this shit up and down. This not no new news because Olivia is already aware of some of the information. So this wasn't no breaking news to Olivia. It was breaking news to us.
No,
I want to know who the other.
Child, now this is the part that took me. Steffi, if you still logged in, honey, listen up. DeMarcus, it's time to start swabbing. Somebody break out the cotton swabs, bitch. It's time to get the swabbing. Spit flying everywhere.
talk about how you framed the nigga. You know, I could just feel this business. You framed the nigga and told him that he was the baby daddy and he was sending you money and all this shit, sending you money, and if he asked for a DNA test, and you went dumb.
Who was that? The white dude?
It was the white dude.
He was sending her money?
Mm-hmm. And then when goes, because she kept asking him, he kept asking her to get a DNA test.
That's so trifling.
I can't get
follow that shit.
You know who the daddy is? I don't know. She was fucking a lot of people, so.
I mean, the little bit, the newest baby looks like DeMarcus. The other baby don't look like DeMarcus.
So here we go. Her sister at the time, her bestie at the time, said she was fucking a lot of people at the time when she got pregnant with her final child. For now. Okay? Are we clear on that? Is everybody crystal clear? Do we need to get into the history? Do Jasmine have a reason to lie on that lady's vagina when she has 9/7 and a possible? Okay.
I'm not gonna say it's not a possibility. It's possible that he could be his. My thing, her best bet is just get a DNA test and just leave it at that. DeMarcus, if I was him, you get the kid, Go to the CVS store, swab, handle your business, bro.
Oh shit.
That's all I can say. Handle your business.
Jasmine, stay from over here.
Yeah, stay from over here.
And look, who would be talking on this shit if this bitch didn't shut the... If she could just shut the fuck up and mind her fucking business.
Okay, girl. Okay, Karen. Calm down, girl. Calm down. All right, so let's get into what DeMarcus possibly thinks. Let's see.
How do you feel? Like, how does this make you feel that she's going after your motherfucking man now that she's broken up with her bum?
Honestly, I don't give a fuck. I already told her to come get him.
I want to see you try to get. That's why I should say I want to see you try to get. That's what you should have said. Try.
Like, I would never fight for no man. My anger is towards her and bringing my daughter and bringing up my daughter. That's where my anger is at. You threaten my life, you threaten to kill me, and then you say, fuck my baby all the time? Nah, bitch, fuck you.
Yeah, talking about, that's my thing. People think that's okay because it's Chrissy that she can talk about other people's kids. And then her say that my kids, I ain't telling my kids, but my kids is in here. Where's her kids? She locked us up in the goddamn closet. My kids, I know that for a fact.
I feel bad for those kids. I feel bad for all his other stuff.
Now, y'all keep that commentary in mind. One thing about it, two things for sure. Y'all can say what y'all want as far as speculating and things, but who do we see interacting with their children? We know Steffi be with her, too. We know Olivia, child, when she can read the paperwork, she will be with hers. Even when she won't at her best, she was with her children. Jasmine, the child, when she not with her goddamn kids, girl. But the 9 by 7 and the possible, locked in a room, door locked, mutant lives, kids busting, they always at the ER, child. Always at the ER. So yeah, I mean, okay. Okay. Let me see. Because Olivia is up here being messy. We remember. Y'all remember this. And I think it's time to start swabbing. Because the people up here, they telling lies. And they being, being what they are. The people are ashamed of their situation. Don't be ashamed, girl. If you gonna be a hoe, stand up in your wholeness. Wear it loud and proud. Don't be halfway loud and proud. And then when it comes time, the other stuff be backing down. Nah, if you a slut, say you a slut. And stand on it.
Right there.
Because they deserve to be out with his sister, with their sister.
Wait, Steffi, I have a question.
Taking the theme part.
Y'all heard what Steffi said? She said she feel bad for the kids. They could be out hanging with their sister and just enjoying life. But instead, Christina chooses to keep them kids cooped up in the house while she locked in a damn separate compartment and leaving her oldest child to watch the kids. We see where Jasmine at, child. We know where Olivia kids at. Jasmine kids then peeked in this live 1,000,001 times. She said half of them sick, the other half of them was off keeping themselves occupied. We know where Steffi kids at because she shows baby girl, and then she has like a preteen boy, so he's probably somewhere minding his own goddamn business. Olivia's kids with their damn daddy. Chrissy, none of your kids really have a goddamn daddy. So where is your kids while you done spent 4 hours on live like some of your friends do? What y'all be doing these goddamn full-time job shifts? Like, what in the hell? Where is the children?
Does DeMarcus really think that all those kids are his?
Okay, now let's get into this. Now this is not DeMarcus speaking. This is DeMarcus' significant other speaking. So y'all keep that in mind.
When we spoke about it, he said maybe the first one isn't. Mm-hmm. But we don't really talk about that because I really don't care. All I know is if they're gonna be
Steffi says she really don't care.
Coming over here, we're gonna find out which ones are and which ones aren't.
Mm-hmm.
See?
If they coming over here, we're gonna find out which ones are and which ones aren't. Yeah. Why Strong Mommy Chrissy? Somebody, child, y'all be acting like she's some echelons or some high caliber above the other two. For the life of me, I've been saying birds of a feather for like 2 years now. I don't know why y'all believe that this woman is the bitch is over there sorting packages, and she had to come up here and tell y'all. So why y'all believe that she's some light years ahead of the other two? Child, I will never understand. Because last I checked, Olivia's 3 children, the Webb kids, with their dad, okay? Davis 4, with their dad. Now, granted, the dad is who he is, but bitch, even the pimp want to be bothered with his kids. 9 by 7 and a possible, honey. The math. So y'all be pretending like Chrissy is some light years ahead and she's such a good mom and she's this, that, and the third above the other two. Honey. Birds. Caw. If I say caw and you understand what that means, you're one of the birds. Do you understand? Same feather. Flock together. That Mamiana, okay? Oh, are we clear on this? Okay, cool. So those are some of the reasons that Strong Mommy Chrissy has an intense hatred for her ex-bestie, who she was jealous of. Jasmine is living the life that Chrissy would like to live. Jasmine could stay in a home. Now that sounds simple to us regular everyday folks, but apparently Chrissy, after all this time, still has not mastered Jasmine can keep a man. Now that sounds petty for those of us that are normal, because some of these men they be trying to keep we wouldn't want to keep, but that's us. Let's discuss from the Mamiana perspective. Chrissy be trying her hardest. All that sucking, pee popping, all that paying all the bills and doing things for the check and drumming up views so y'all can get extra money and begging for cash apps, all of that, and she still has not been able to get a man to stick around. To be honest, girl, hats off to you, because I don't have the energy after 9 by 7 and a possible, and then the other ones that you did not carry a pregnancy for. After all of that, I don't have the energy to continue to try to trap and keep these men around. Where do you find the energy? I will never know, girl. I would not have the energy to date. I wouldn't have no more talking phases in me. I wouldn't, no. Cause child, the 9 by 7 and a possible, then when you had the man that was with somebody else, had kids with somebody else, and you was the side chick, child. We done had the man you met off POF, and he came in and recorded your whole house and was busting you down on the air mattress. Who else we know about? It's been a couple sprinkled throughout. Where did she find the energy? I will never know. But we're going to move on past the friendship factor. Let's get into what we came to discuss here today. Today we are here to discuss why Strong Mommy Chrissy is ashamed of her kids. And don't argue with me, bitch. I said what I said. Strong Mommy Chrissy is ashamed of her kids. Now, does she love her kids? Probably. They're her kids. Just like the Olivia K. I'm saying they're starting to look more and more like the same bird. Just like Olivia K has the 3 black children. With the black phenotype. And the dark-skinned father. And the dark-skinned family members. Yeah. Just like Olivia K has the dark skin, even though we know she doesn't particularly care for authentic black people. But those are her kids. So, of course, she loves her kids because they're her kids. But as far as her being able to love the type of people like her children, So, same thing with Chrissy. She probably loves her kids because they're her kids, but she is very much ashamed of her situation and the life choices that she has made. So, that's why when you see Chrissy with a partner versus without a partner, it is a dramatic difference, child. So now Chrissy, I guess she's single. We don't know. I'm sure she's over there getting bust down because that's just what Chrissy does. But now Without the partner, it's the depression, it's the, oh, what was me. You see her participating in drama more often. She's mad at the world. She's picking on Stephanie, picking with DeMarcus, picking with Jasmine. All of a sudden, she just has so much time and negative energy on her hands. But when she was over there with the Scrangler, honey, it was barely any content. She ain't had too much to say about nothing. She was all smiles, giggles, laughter. You could tell the difference. And that's a sad state, but I'll tell you why there's a stark difference. So let's get into this little child. I don't know if it was supposed to be a PSA or she was trying to relate. Honey, this was not relatable for me. But I guess she was trying to relate to her own audience because, girl, what? So I left my 9 kids to save myself. This is why. Single mom of 9 kids.
I'm out taking a walk right now, and actually, I'm gonna sit down over here. I'm taking a walk this morning, and I decided I'm gonna start taking walks every morning that I can, just to clear my mind, because I have been feeling like, I don't know. I'm not even gonna start saying that I'm feeling depressed or anything, because I'm not. But I definitely feel like I have been, I don't know. So, I don't know if I want to sit this way or if I should sit this way towards the sun, but so it snowed out here the other day, and there's like snow on the ground and stuff still, not a lot, but it's kind of chilly, but it's just so beautiful out here. I just can't, I missed home so much. You just don't even know.
Child, we asked her to take the filter and the makeup off, and damn it if she didn't deliver, child. Back it on up, girl. Back it on up.
I missed it. And not even really because I missed home, but I just, because I mean, usually who feels like they are just overwhelmed, because I tend to feel like that a lot. Just being mothers, just being working mothers, just being adults, because adulting in general is just difficult as shit, especially when you have kids, and especially when you are a single mother or a single parent. It adds another level of like responsibility and difficulty. So, I have decided that, because lately I've been feeling like overwhelmed and run down and kind of lost, and just kind of, I don't know,
Now, Chrissy, why do you think you feel like that, ma'am? Why? Let's take a moment of silence on that.
You get in those funks where you're just like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I just know something's wrong and something needs to change. Like, nothing serious, but like you can tell that your mental is not as sound as you want it to be, or you're not calm mentally. So I decided.
Skirt! Let me stop you right there. I'll be back to talk about you, but right now we gonna talk about me, bitch, because we hit 7K subscribers. Yes, this morning we have hit 7,000. If you know anything about subscriber count, you'll lose 3, gain 4, lose 2, gain 5, lose 5, gain 3. It's up and down and up and down. But we officially hit 7K. Okay, so it's almost time for our giveaway. And shout out to y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I would be nothing without my audience. All right, thank you. All right, back to the serial breeder.
That I'm gonna start taking walks, and I think mine has a lot to do with the fact that I don't leave the house a lot, because I am working from home. I'm home all the time, and so I'm.
Chrissy, honey, what work are you doing from home, ma'am? Ma'am, the people would like to know what work are you doing from home?
Home a lot, and so I think that it's starting to affect me, as well. I make sure the kids get out and the kids do things and the kids have fun. But I think for me,
Chrissy, honey, sweetie, where do your kids go, ma'am? Where do your kids go and how do they get there, ma'am? Okay.
adult, I just don't get out much. I don't get out much. I don't, I do go out sometimes. Like I went to the movies the other day, and I have been on a couple of dates. But
what room and space do you have to be going on a couple of dates, girl? You're overwhelmed. You don't have a car. You just said you was broke. You out there sorting packages after you told everybody that you was a 6-figure nigga. What room do you have to be dating with all of these kids under the age of 18? The world may never know.
Other than that, like I'm home every single day. I don't usually leave. I order groceries now. I don't really have to leave for groceries except for occasionally. So it's like, even a lot of the kids like doctor visits, as long as they're like simple visits, are on virtual because of COVID. Everything has been so at home. I haven't left the house to just like breathe. I don't want to go run errands. I don't want to go and handle business. I don't want to pay bills. I just want to leave the house and just be with myself. I don't want to be with the kids. I don't want to be with a partner. I don't want to be with anybody. I just want to be with myself, with my thoughts, God, and just like take a minute, just take a step outside of my everyday routine and just like say, just be one with myself. That brings me back to point A. I've been taking walks every morning for like the last few days, last week or so, and just to kind of be able to think. It's hard to think in the same space that you work in. It's hard to think in the same space that you live in sometimes. And so, I'm also gonna start, like this week my kids are on break for Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna start making.
Speaking of kids, girl, where are they at? While you're out walking and gathering your thoughts, girl, where is the 8.5 people at?
Sure that I make them take time too, because I think that they're overstimulated just in the household with electronics and TVs and iPhones and iWatches and all this other different stuff.
Now they're overstimulated, but hold on. Let me show y'all what is given over there at the Strong House. And this is what she chooses to show. We ain't gonna get into what she don't choose to show. We gonna get into what she chooses to show, child. Let's see. This is what's going on at the Strong House. Do you see this right here? That would be a cord. What's attached to the cord? I'll let you figure it out. Okay? Do you see this yellow thing right here beside the bed? That would be a tablet. Okay? Let's see what the boys are given. What's that right there? Tablet. What's that right there beside Big Boy? That would be a phone. So that's what is given over at the Strong House. It's given that Chrissy allows social media and electronics to raise her children. Now raise your hand if as a parent you know that about an hour before bedtime, even if you're going to allow from the time your kids get home from school to the time it's time to wind down for bed, for them to be on devices, raise your hand if you know that kids are not supposed to be on electronics at the very least an hour before it's time to go to sleep. And I could pull up the data for you because I just be talking crazy. So let's see why this is. let's see. We'll go to raising children. Screen time and digital technology use before bed can affect when children and teenagers fall asleep and how well they sleep. Okay? Screen time in the hour before bed can stimulate your child. Blue light from televisions, computer screens, phones, and tablets may suppress melatonin levels and delay sleepiness. Your child may be tempted to stay up late to chat with friends or play games. Your child might be disturbed in the night by notifications, messages, or calls. Avoid digital technology use in the hour before bedtime. This includes phones, tablets, computer screens, and TV. Encourage reading or quiet play instead. This has always been a thing. This has always been a thing. Even when all we had was TV, child, this was a thing.
Stop. I'm going to start making them go to their room as well and just stay for, I think some days are important just to have a day where it's quiet, a day where I can think, a day where I can work, because when the kids are home, it's hard for me to get anything done. And it's
really, you mean to tell me it would be difficult to get anything done in a house with 8.5 children? Wow, I can't imagine that would be difficult. One adult, 8.5 kids. You mean it would be hard to concentrate and focus and get anything done? You don't say, Christina. Christina, you don't say. Wow, that's a revelation for me. Thank you for that tidbit of information.
And be like that, and kids are kids, but they also need time to wind down and just be at one with their own thoughts. So I'm going to start taking away electronics and phones and tablets and computers and everything, and they need to just sit and just read or write or, be at one with their own thoughts, because these kids are so overstimulated these days with TikTok and stuff like that. They're almost like addicted to it, like it's a drug. You know what I'm saying? God forbid the internet go down, my kids are gonna have a meltdown. God forbid there's something's wrong and their device doesn't work or it breaks, they're gonna have a meltdown. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day and I told her, I was like, I'm not ashamed to say that my kids are tablet kids. They're
you should be ashamed to say that, because don't blame everything on the generation and society and this, that, and the third, when really it's piss poor parenting. Stop letting phones and social media raise your kids, because number one, most of your kids are too young to even be on social media unattended or even attended. Why do these kids need to be on TikTok? You have all of 2 children who are old enough to be on social media unattended? And then you being one person, you don't have the capacity, you don't have the time, you don't have the wherewithal to even monitor 9 or 8.5 or 8, how many kids you got at the time. It doesn't matter. Either way, once you get past 5 kids, even before that, you don't have the capacity or the time. Maybe that's why your average everyday American would not have 9 goddamn kids. Maybe, just maybe, you do not have the time, you do not have the resources, you do not have the finances to raise effectively and positively 9 goddamn kids. Now see, this is where all that good mama talk that the Chrissy cousins be trying to do, bitch, there's no way you could be a good parent to 9 different people by your damn self. It doesn't make sense. Anybody with 1, 2, or even 3 kids know how stretched thin you would be, even if you have a partner in the home. As a mother, you are the nurturer. They will walk past the dad. They will walk past the uncle. They will walk past grandma, granddad, the first, second, and third cousins. They will walk past a whole brigade of people to come to you. If you're there and you're a mother, your children are coming to you. It does not matter. So people with 3 or less kids, y'all already know, you be stretched thin. If you're doing things correctly, you're stretched thin. If you're not locking yourself in a room and ignoring your kids, you're stretched thin. If you're actually interacting with your kids and have them participating in activities and not relying on the government, you know, even with 3 or less kids in this country, you are stretched thin, because the way that we run our society. That's a whole nother topic. You are stretched thin. So for a bitch to come up here and act like she can be an excellent mother to 9 different human beings, bitch, you're a liar and the truth ain't in you.
Electronic kids, and that used to be a taboo thing. Like, oh my god, her kid's always in front of a TV. Oh my god, her kid's...
That's still taboo, because why are you allowing outside entities? While you worried about who worshiping the devil, you allowing outside entities to raise your kid. You have children who have particular and special needs that aren't getting the attention that they need because you sitting around locking yourself in a room so you come up here and make this piss poor content, child. This type of talk right here, this is the type of stuff you should have been doing on your channel, and it would have been believable. But now that we know you're such a y'all know how they say F nigga, F boy, you're such a fuck girl that nobody believes you, girl. You getting to be like Olivia. The only time you want to come up here and spew positivity or motivation is when you down in the dumps. So you want everybody else to be down in the dumps. Well, I know it's hard as a single parent. Girl, you won't saying all of that when you was over there laid up with that strangler. You ain't have no motivational talk for the single mothers. You ain't have nothing about motherhood, girl. It was all about you and that man. And y'all at the winery, the brewery, wherever the hell y'all was at, doing this, that, and the third, pretending to be living the life. Now all of a sudden you got motivational speeches. Bitch, we don't want to hear it. We've been doing this. Nobody taking no advice from you except for your piss poor followers because they ain't living no better than you, child.
It's always in front of a tablet, but that is just the generation in which they are. This is an election.
Don't blame it on the generation, because you, as the parent, as the adult, have the power. In this house, my child only has tablet or TV time on days that he does not have activities. So that's about what? 2 or 3 days out of the week, and then it's only for an hour, maximum 2. And before bedtime, we're winding down. Why? He don't need to be stimulated. He need to be working on his reading. Now he has homework because he's in the 1st grade now. There's all types of things that you can be doing with your kids, but instead you want to place them in front of a screen. Girl, your damn twins, is these twins even 10? And this was a couple of years ago they started making TikTok. Your kids got about 5 TikTok accounts, child. And easy enough to find, easy enough exposed that the internet found the TikToks. Showcasing your savagery, your negligence. You had them kids living in filth and squalor, sleeping on dirty ass mattresses on the floor. So don't blame it on the generation. No, honey. Our kids, all of our kids are of the same generation. It's not the generation. It's piss poor parenting. And the fact that you chose to have all these goddamn kids that you knew you couldn't give the appropriate amount of attention. You knew these men were not sticking around, and you still chose to be over there looking like you looking. A fool.
Electronically run social media coming up. So,
girl, bye.
There's going to be I'm going to have...
I run shit over here. The generation don't run shit over here for my child. For mine. Now, certain things, yeah, you can't block them from. But other things, what happens in your household while you're present, yeah, that's completely it's just easier for you to let your kids do whatever, because then you don't have to be bothered. Stop having them, ho.
Days where we are not going to be on electronics, where we're not going to have TikTok and YouTube running all day and things like that. And yeah, it's going to be hard at first because my kids don't, kids like that stuff. But we're going to have to do that because it's a toxic cycle. Even me, sometimes I don't know what to do if I don't have my phone out. And normally on my walks, I don't use my phone at all. I just think or meditate or listen to music or pray or just think about what I need to do or whatever, because you just need that time. That's really important. I haven't had it for so long, and I haven't made the point to take that time, even though I do my self-care. That's a completely different thing. That's more geared towards relaxation. And I'm talking about, I need a clear mental. My mind is bogged down and it's hard to think. I'm on autopilot most of the time.
Girl, what special things, what self-care do you have for your children? What special activities do you preserve for your children? What extracurriculars do you involve all of your children in? Because every time we see you, it's all about me, 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 I. It's never about the totality of your household. It's never about the collective. It's always about Christina, girl.
Anyway, you guys, I'm rambling, but that's really what I wanted to just kind of say and vocalize today. It's just like, take that time for you. It's okay.
Girl, we don't need your advice. Okay. Anywho, Christina is ashamed of her children. That's why she's down in the dumps. Anytime she does not have a partner or some drama to distract her from her reality, she is sad. She is ashamed of being a single mother of 9 by 7 and impossible. She is ashamed. Now, she used it as a tagline because it is shocking. Mom of 9? What you mean you a mom of 9, a single mom of 9? Yes, that is a shocking tagline. So it gets the clicks and the views. But her being a single mother of 9, yeah, she not happy about that. Y'all really under the impression that this lady is excited and proud to be 7 people in a possible's baby mama? Who in their right mind, child? That's why when she does not have that distraction barrier, she's sad. She's messy. She's upset. She don't know what to do with herself. And it's obvious. She is ashamed of her children. She is ashamed of her circumstances. Now, let me tell you the aesthetic and the lifestyle that she would like to give off. Now, this lady has recently, she's been on the social media scene, but it's picked up traction in the urban community lately. So, mom has 9 kids, and she is 28 years old. This is what Chrissy thought she wanted for herself. This is the life she thought she was going to have. She had her first child at 17. Now, notice how all the kids look alike, honey. You can tell the children are related. Notice. Notice how the children, you can tell they are of the same nutsack and ovaries. Okay, you want to know why they look related? Because they have a mom and a dad who are married and provide a stable life for them. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? So that's the aesthetic that Chrissy would like to give off. Hence, some of the verbiage in some of her older videos, honey. I found love again with 9 kids after a failed marriage. Now, when you read that, let me read it again. I found love again with 9 kids after a failed marriage. That puts you in the mindset that, oh my God, she was married to a man. They had 9 kids together and he left her with 9 kids. That's the aesthetic. That man did not leave you with 9 kids, honey. He left you with 1.5, 2 and a possible. Those other kids are not his children. 7 and a possible left you with 9 kids. You left yourself with 9 kids, girl. Don't try to imply that one person, your failed marriage, left you with 9 kids. No, baby. No. We've been here. We know what's going on here. Let's get into the shame, honey. If somebody was loud and proud about having all these kids and that's what you chose to do and you know your lifestyle is not traditional and it's not for everybody and the blah, blah, blah. Y'all know when Chrissy get into her Easter speeches, child. She started to, I know it's not conventional, but this, that, and third, this lifestyle I chose, I love my kids. Trying to convince herself. Don't give us a speech trying to convince yourself. You talk in the mirror. Do your daily affirmations about the shit. I love my kids. I love this lifestyle. I love it. You can do it, Chrissy. You can do it. Get in the mirror and talk about it. But if you love your situation so much, why lie?
And there goes Jim back. Yeah. How did you feel when we met and I told you how many kids I had? Woo! Did not. You didn't act like that to me.
Well, it was quite a surprise. Wasn't expecting to hear that.
I don't think I told you. I didn't tell him right off the bat, though, how many kids I had, did I?
No.
No, I didn't tell him right off the bat.
Honey, why wouldn't you tell him right off the bat? You're proud of your lifestyle and your choices. Why do you have to continue to trick men into being with you, girl? Why? Let me show y'all the moment I knew when the marriage, the relationship between DeMarcus and Chrissy was, bitch, it was over. For me, in my mind, I knew it was over. And that was a few years ago when DeMarcus took Junebug back home with him. But I knew it was over then. Yes, they continue to, kids continue to pop up. I don't know where the kids came from, but they continue to pop up. But this is how I knew it was over. This is when I knew it was over. Why didn't she know it was over? The hell if I know.
Did hold up pretty well. Honey, how was your trip? Long? Thought you said it was short. Pick one.
Child, DeMarcus done took that child home to his family, and everybody was looking at him sideways. I guarantee everybody was looking at him sideways, ma'am. You done let that man go off on a plane with this baby. Somebody's baby. Bless the child. Beautiful child. I'm sure a smart child. Charming child. Just not his child. You done let this man fly off and take that child home to meet his relatives. A fool. That's how I knew it was over, child. I knew it was over. Once that baby met his mama and the rest of his family and everybody looked at him cockeyed, I knew it was over. Why didn't she know? Child, you would have to ask her. So this is getting a little wordy, honey. This is getting to be a little much. We're going to get into this one last shenanigan. Okay? So, although StrongMommyChrissy is ashamed of her kids, she's ashamed of her lifestyle, she takes special measures for people not to know that she has this many kids off of social media. That's why she refuses to buy a van or a bus or some type of transportation to accommodate all of her kids, because she has no intentions on going out in public by herself with all these goddamn kids. Now, if she were a man, yeah, she'll, family outing, family trip, yeah, because it doesn't look so bad. But you, with a trail of 9 children behind you, girl, you look a fool and you know it. That's why you refuse to do anything with your kids outside of the house unless there is somebody else involved. So you don't look so stupid, so you don't look so trifling, so you don't look so promiscuous and poor, because you don't want to take these mismatched children out in the public for everybody to know. Now, you're fine with being a hoe. You're just not fine with having the evidence of being a hoe. I don't understand how those two things can coincide, and they haven't. That's why when you don't have somebody around you, you're miserable. But let's get into when StrongMommyChrissy was messing with the man who already had a whole family. Okay? She was so excited. She was so thrilled to get up here and tell everybody that she needed to piss on a stick.
As you guys can see, me and the kids had a really fun time. We didn't really do much. We just, I just made up their little gift bags, gave them to them. We ate candy. We listened to music. You brush your teeth? Good boy.
So it's Valentine's Day, and your so-called babe, boo, whatever, was not available to spend with you the Valentine's Day. Why is that, Christina? Oh, he had to work. He had to work from midnight when it became Valentine's Day all the way to midnight the 15th. Is that what you're saying?
you know, stuff like that for Valentine's Day. I didn't really have any plans. My friend that I'm dating, he had to work, so we didn't have any plans at all. I just stayed home. I did dress up, as y'all can see, and was looking like a horse to knock the whole day.
Girl, you're missing the nail.
That's about it. Just kind of relaxed with them, and then, girl, I went to bed. Okay, honey? All right. The next clip that you're going to see is so crazy because I have an appointment on Friday to go get a new birth control, and I was so nervous. I was like, you know, even though we're definitely using protection, even though I'm not out here thoughting in these streets, okay? Like, y'all go try to make this seem as
girl,
not that situation. But, you know, you just, I don't know, if you're like me, maybe not, I don't know. If you're like me, you just be like, did one sneak through? Like, you know, just whatever. Plus, I was sick like a week ago, and I was sick with a cold or the flu or something, and I was nauseous. I didn't feel good. I was like, ugh, what the hell is going on? So then my mind just started going places. You know, you just start thinking and questioning every little thing. Like, I wonder, you know, what if, whatever. So I text Bae. I'm going to put the conversation here because I was like, no. I got his permission to post this, by the way.
So what, you think you pregnant? I mean, I know we've been using protection, but still my ass nervous. Aw, baby, I'm sure you're good, but I'll come with you on Friday if that will make you feel better. Okay, cool. Just go get a test just to be sure. Girl, once again, this is the man who had a whole family, who you were not in a relationship with, but you are. That's the last thing a man wants to hear. That's why he abandoned you, girl. That is why he abandoned you and all of your kids and allowed y'all to be houseless. Because that's the last thing a man who already has a situation wants to hear. And then once Chrissy started with all this fake pregnancy and doing too much, if you the side piece, stay in your side place. If that's the road that you chose, but then she started reaching out to the man's woman and doing all of these things. Chrissy is ashamed. She is ashamed that she is a hoe, and she is ashamed of her kids because they are manifesting. Period. Now let's get into timelines. When was this video posted? Well, this was Valentine's Day of 2020. When was her youngest child by so-called DeMarcus born? A few months earlier. So why would you be pissing on sticks from a whole nother man as a married woman? And you talking about you gonna sue somebody for abandonment? Oh, okay, girl. One last thing. One last messy tidbit I throw in here after yesterday's debacle. After Chrissy basically came up here and tried to accuse the Mexican witch of wanting to do something towards her kids. Girl, that lady is not worried about you and them children's. Nor is the man. That's the whole point about it. Every time you running low on content or you're sad because you're by yourself and miserable, y'all have to understand. Once again, think as if you're Chrissy. You got 9x7 and a possible. Now, you got 1.5 kids, possibly 3. So we're going to split it in half. 1.5 kids by this man. Now, y'all have to understand. Chrissy wants to be a biracial, honey. So she has light-skinned dreams. DeMarcus was her light-skinned fantasy. DeMarcus was her light-skinned fantasy, and he done ran off and had a baby by a Mexican witch. She can't get over that. That does not compute for her. Because ask yourself why somebody with 9 kids by 7 and a possible will be so fixated on one daddy. And it ain't because all your kids and you have a shining relationship with all the rest of the men. You're fixated on the light-skinned dream who left you. Because you thought, well, if I can get him to marry me, bitch. Okay, now I don't have to look trifling. Now I can flaunt all these kids and all the manifestations of my promiscuity. I can flaunt it in peace. And it did not work, girl. The man went on about his business. So y'all can go back and look at my last video that I posted yesterday to see what Chrissy said about Stephanie. So Steffi had a response. They This bitch is really saying I would hurt her kids. Are you kidding me? She's saying I worship demons. Just because I believe in Santa Muerte don't mean I'm a witch or worship demons, you dumbass. Learn your shit before you open that big ass swamp ass mouth of yours. Girl, please, your kids will probably have a better life with us. And I am inclined to agree. Let me change my background just for a split second. Why Chrissy hates Steffi? Because why are you so fixated on this woman? You got more smoke for this woman than you do for DeMarcus, seemingly. Because everything goes straight back to whatever Steffi got going on. Is it because of the imagery on the screen? Is it because DeMarcus is over there spending time with his daughter? Is that why you're mad? The daughter that looks just like DeMarcus? The daughter that is accepted by DeMarcus's family? That's not Stephanie's fault. DeMarcus came up here and told everybody that he was not forthcoming about his situation with you and them kids, girl. Girl, please, your kids will probably have a better life with us. All you care about is yourself in the DICK. Now, I have to hit an amen on that one, Stephanie. Those kids never come out the house, never have their hair done, never have anything nice. Fuck out of here. This is all I'm saying. Now, let me get back to myself and my family. And that is why Chrissy hates Stephanie's guts. How dare you take care of your kids? How dare you have a baby by my man and he actually take care of the baby as far as we know? How dare you? He spend time with your child but not mine. But every time somebody reaches out to do something for my kid, I start some drama. How dare you? And this is why. So we've discussed why Chrissy is jealous of Jasmine, and she's obsessed with her. We've discussed why Chrissy is ashamed and refuses to do anything with all of her children at one time, honey. She takes her children out in groups of 3s and 4s because she don't want nobody to know. We've discussed why Chrissy is obsessed with DeMarcus and his significant other. So we've discussed a lot. Okay, I'll go ahead and roll this as a premiere. Let's talk about it. Okay? Because y'all been giving me some good feedback and tidbits and things that I don't pick up on in these comments, honey. Y'all been doing the damn thing, so I appreciate y'all just like y'all appreciate me. Okay? Shout out to Stephanie. Child, don't worry about her because Chrissy's still over there threatening to hand out fades. And girl, where is the fade? Where is the fade, girl? You claim you're running a barbershop, but where is the fade? We're waiting. We're waiting. See, what you gonna do is you're gonna provoke this girl if she got time because let's be clear who's the hustler and who's the bum. Between you and Stephanie, let's be clear on who's the hustler and who's the bum. Now, you talk about bitches slanging burritos. Child, not Doritos. Slanging burritos. Whole time, you had to resort to sorting packages when you have a whole platform, more than one, and just refuse to work. Now you're hitting up all your baby daddies trying to see where they can sprinkle. Nah. This ain't no conditional parenthood, bitch. If I'm gonna be a part of my child's life, that needs to be daily, not just when you down bad. That's piss poor parenting. That right there. So while Steffi is over there slinging burritos and working 2 jobs and whatever else she got going on to take care of her children, regardless of the dads, she has to take care of her children because they didn't ask to be here. She decided to follow through with pregnancies after she found out she was pregnant. So she is responsible in taking care of her children. So we don't want to hear no more shit talking about whose car is raggedy and who's slinging burritos. And child, I was watching Foot on Neck live about Chrissy. And child, I have forgot the girl said that I drive a glorified Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, Pinto, the bitch 3-wheel scooter, Segway, whatever motherfuckers is rolling in, shouldn't roll off your lips because your ass is driving nothing, girl. You had to bump a ride to the grocery store by way of the ER, by way of your baby daddy that don't even fool with you. Oh, okay. Anywho, it's your girl Marisa Star 1, and I will see y'all tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe later today, but definitely tomorrow. All right. Bye, y'all.